I know my video was supposed to be Asian beef strips, but believe it or not, the MRE never arrived. And it is kind of fallen off my list of orders. So I don't think it ever will arrive. I'll probably go through and try to get a refund for it. But in the meantime, this did come in. And it's a humanitarian daily ration. And it's a food gift from the people of the United States of America. And if you hear any noise in the background, again, just letting you know, this is not a studio. This is just my kitchen. So I can hear the cat meowing back there for attention, and I can hear her moving around. If you can. She's okay. I fed her. She's fine. But in the meantime, we're back to this humanitarian daily ration. So imagine you're in some kind of a situation where food is not available for you. You're in a country experiencing famine, maybe some type of horrific natural disaster. And out of the sky, you see some airplanes come in, and out of the back of them, you see them drop crates of this stuff. So you go and you run and you get yours because you're hungry. And open it up, and here we are. So let's see what our starving person received to assist them on their day. Well, I think this is cool because the directions are in French, English, and in Spanish. Pretty cool. So a lot of places, they speak one of these three languages. So a lot of times, and I started out with a lot of times these meals, and this is not the first humanitarian ration I've done. I know I've done others. I don't know if I posted them. But I have done others, and I find these by their nature are not necessarily vegan, but they are usually vegetarian. And the reason why I don't say they're vegan is because a lot of times vegans are very specific about where stuff is sourced from. So honey, which they believe is for the bees, or other things that might contain dairy because they believe that milk is solely for the baby cows and humans shouldn't be touching it. These things would make it impossible for it to be vegan, but it can be vegetarian. But in the meantime, we'll stop my lecture and we'll look at what's actually in this MRE. And looking at it, it does look like it is intended to be a 24-hour ration, as it has some crackers. It has a fig bar. It has strawberry toaster pastry and a shortbread cookie. And to go with those crackers, you can have peanut butter and strawberry jam, which is very American. We love the two of those together. They are awesome. And more strawberry jam. Pretty cool. And the main meals are, of course, lentil stew and pasta with tomato sauce. Oops, sorry I rushed that last part. I don't know what I had, but it's given me this really deep, dry cough where if I talk too long, I just begin to cough. So it is what it is, but we're back. And of course, an accessory packet with a bunch of things in it. So let's check out the accessory packet. So, and I started out with so again. What are you going to do with me? The accessory packet had matches, a nice spoon, honestly, is this going to last anybody 24 hours? Seriously, this is a joke. Some sugar, some crushed red pepper, probably to go with the pasta, and salt and pepper. A little bit of that. That's not too bad. I have noticed one thing about it for sure. No beverages at any kind at all. No energy drinks, no beverages, no coffee, no tea. I know that they make these things so as to be aware of other cultures, but you could throw coffee and tea in there because if they don't drink coffee, chances are they do drink tea. And coffee has made its way around the world. As a matter of fact, if you're talking about some countries like Africa and South America, that's kind of where they big time make grow some of the best coffee beans rather. So, but whatever, it not having any beverages in it doesn't make it bad or good. It just makes it interesting. And of course, in it is this. This is going to tell you about the lentil stew, and this is going to tell you about the pasta with tomato sauce. Oh, of course, all in English, so it's pretty useless. But then they have directions, which is kind of cool. So you pretty much get an idea of what you're supposed to do. Even with the peanut butter, you can see the peanut butter on it. You can add salt to it for taste. Anything on the back? Nope. Pretty simple. I do recognize that if I were in a survival situation, I will not necessarily have access to hot water, but we're eating it, and it's the first thing we've had to eat today, so I'm going to heat up this meal for the both of us. Both of the main meals are in there. And of course, Ruthie made some tea. In this case, it is a blueberry black tea, so it should be good. In the meantime, we are going to start out with the toaster pastry. So let's get this puppy open. In feeling the wrapper, it looks like it didn't make out that well in the post. This came by FedEx, and actually the package looked pretty like it'd been run over a few times. So we'll get a look at what this looks like inside here. Okay, so it actually is a Pop-Tart, and boy, does that look like it went through a round with Muhammad Ali and really did not make out well. It really did not make out that well at all, but there you go. That's a little bit of me. They're actually kind of stuck together in there in the package. There we go. That's that. So, well, it's a Pop-Tart. I've been eating these since I was a kid. And it is exceptionally disgusting. Even for a Pop-Tart. I don't know if heating it would make a difference, but I think the only way you would appreciate this is if you were on the edge of starvation and there was nothing else to eat, because this is absolutely horrible. There's a chemically taste to it that isn't right. Not even for a Pop-Tart. Just, ugh. We're not even trying anymore. This is going straight into the garbage. I do not know what that was, but if you're trying to make friends, sending them this is not going to do it. So next on the agenda are the crackers. And again, the package really looks like FedEx is actually a worse way to ship things than the United States postal system, because, man, that is terrible. Like, what did they do? Run this damn MRE over while they were packing it? Jesus. All right, let's get this opened up and see what we have. We're going to be, of course, serving this with the peanut butter and some of the strawberry jam. And hopefully this is actually good enough to be eaten. I didn't film it because I am, of course, filming myself doing this stuff. But it did have a little bit of a hiss when I pulled it, so that's a good sign. Let's move it the rest of the way. Here they are out of the package, and they don't look bad. They have no salt on them, of course, but they don't look bad. So let's try one just with nothing on it. There it is. Actually, even without salt, these aren't bad at all. They're good. I like it. Let's put the peanut butter and the jam on them. Well, actually, it's not jam. Oh, yeah, it is. It's strawberry jam. But I'm going to take a few minutes because I want to knead the peanut butter around a little bit. Okay, so I'm done mashing the peanut butter and the jam, too. I'm kind of glad I did the jam because it feels like it had separated and really needed it. But look at that. It smells pretty good. You can smell a lot of sugar. But then again, that's what basically jam is. It's a little bit of fruit with a whole hell of a lot of sugar. So let's try peanut butter. That's what the peanut butter looks like. Like I said, filming yourself sometimes, it's a bit of a chancy thing. But let's try it with just the peanut butter on it. Oops, being clumsy. So we'll just try it. Try it with a little peanut butter. We'll just do it this way. Ta-da! It's a nice creamy peanut butter, obviously very processed, and it has a little bit of sugar in it, which makes it taste even better if you ask me, because I've had the stuff where it's just the peanut butter with no sugar in it, and while yes, there's a part of me that goes, oh, that's so much healthier for me, there's a part of me that goes, yeah, but it doesn't taste nearly as good as the other stuff. And you know what? If I'm dying of starvation anyway because of some natural disaster or war, give me the sugar. It's good. Very satisfying. Very good. And a little bit of unsweetened blueberry black tea to chase it down. That would make an excellent breakfast right there. But let's try it with some of the jam on it. Okay, so this is with the jam on it. Hello, Ruth. I'll get you some peanut butter and crackers in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
And this is with the jam on it. Very good. Believe it or not, you would think with the peanut butter having sugar in it and the jam being mostly sugar, that it would be overly sweet and disgusting, but it's not. The crackers are only lightly sweet. The peanut butter and the jam together all come into this wonderfully tasting, not overly sweet, but very satisfying snack or meal. Because this could be a meal. You could do this as a morning meal. Put this out, put the peanut butter and the jelly on it, and it would be a wonderful morning meal. That toaster pastry, oh my God, we are not going to make friends with that. Okay, so you got through breakfast. You tossed the toaster pastries out in the garbage, and you ate those wonderful crackers, peanut butter, and jam. And now it's not quite lunchtime, but you're hungry, and look at this. You got a nice fig bar to snack on. Let's open this guy up and get a look at what you're getting. 200 calories? All right, here is what the fig bars look like outside of the package. And here's what, that's not bad. They smell like fig bars. Again, this is something that I've been eating since I was a kid too. And I've always liked them. Oops, that's the phone. That's okay. But they're good. They're lightly sweet. You can taste the fig in them. They taste to me a lot like the Fig Newtons I used to get. They're very good. So they're definitely worth it. So this is an afternoon snack with a cup of tea. Would definitely be worth it. And again, like I said, not a studio. This is a kitchen. So you're going to hear noises in the background. But yeah, this is good. I say this is very good. All right. So now it's lunchtime and you're getting out the first of the MREs. And in this case, it's going to be the lentil stew. So let's open this up and get a look at it. And this, of course, if you need to get into it, it's meant to be open from here to here. So you can get your spoon down in there without getting your hands all dirty. Which is kind of weird because it makes these directions not good. Because it shows it coming out of the top. And they should actually fix that so that people know they can turn it on the side and eat it out of the side. But it is what it is. All right, this is what it looks like in the package. The smell isn't promising, but it's not bad either. Let's pour it out into a dish. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the package. And it's got beans. It looks like it has some carrots and some onions in it. It's going to be high in protein. It's, sorry about the tremor of the hand. I think one of the reasons for giving people lentils and beans is they make you feel full. And like I said, they're high in protein. But again, like I said, one of the problems I ran into this was I actually used this to scoop in what was in the bottom and get my hands all dirty. If you're in a situation where you haven't got access to a lot of clean water and such, this can be a real pain in the sideways smile, if you get what I mean. So the picture really should be adjusted to let people know they should open it on the side. So this way they're not getting their hands dirty trying to get the food out. My complaints notwithstanding, we're going to give this guy a go and see just how it tastes. Nice big bite. Looks like it's got a little everything on it. If you're somebody who's into really, really spicy food, this is not going to be it. If you're hungry and you want something that's going to satisfy you, this will do just fine. It does taste very good. The beans have the taste of beans. They just taste like beans to me. They're mushy. The inside of them has kind of a creamy texture, akin to almost like peanut butter, but very creamy. They're very well done, but that might have been because of the fact that I let them sit a little bit longer on my stove while I was on the phone. So they did get a little hot. But I'm going to try to dress them up a little bit, put a little salt, a little pepper, and a little bit of the red pepper in them and see if it helps them any. All right, the salt looks like it got some moisture in it. See how it's all sticking together there? But we'll put some of that in there. And so I'll do something I don't typically do, which is put a little pepper in it too. And as you can see, there's already some of the red pepper in there. Some of the crushed red pepper. And we're going to mix this up and give it a taste. All right, there it is. Let's see if that helped in any. Yeah, it did help it. It actually improved the flavor by quite a bit. So yeah, I can understand why the crushed red peppers, well, the salt and the pepper are in there. Because even though this tastes okay, just straight up, and probably even tastes okay cold, it does taste much better with a little bit of help. Let's try it on a cracker. So it did come with, and I started out with so oy vey. And it did come with a second set of crackers, and I'm assuming that what you could do is the first set would be your breakfast, and you can have these to go with either the dinner or the lunch. And I'm going to open them up now and see how they fared. Okay, when I opened this, there was definitely a noticeable hiss, and these look like they made out even better than the last set. Of course, I use scissors to open my MREs. Anybody who knows me knows I cannot be trusted with a knife. But we're going to try some of this in this. So first we're going to try it just like it's a dip. Oh, here's your dip. Let's give it a go. Not bad. It's okay, but no, not really. Let's just try breaking one up and putting it in there. If I was starving to death and this was the only thing I had to eat, I'd say this was great. If I was hungry, just regular hungry, yeah, I'd enjoy this too. It's okay. So, yeah, it's good. All right, and last but not least is the pizza with tomato sauce. So we'll give it a go. Okay, so originally I had said that I did start off with so again, didn't I? Oh, well, what are you going to do with me? Originally, I said that this was vegetarian, but not necessarily vegan. I stand corrected. This could be vegan. Nothing here seems to be sourced from any type of animals at all. So if you're vegan out there, this would be fine for you. Because if you look in there, that's beans, tomato sauce, and pasta. Of course, I don't know where the pasta came from. If vegetarians have anything against wheat being grown, I don't know. But there it is. So I do believe it is vegetarian in nature. And once again, this stuff smells okay. Nothing special about it at all to me. We'll try some. Oh yeah, one other thing is trying to get it out of the container by going through the top. Once again, hands all dirty, spoons all dirty. If you're in a situation where you haven't a lot of water, yada, 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 this is a bad thing. The instructions really should have it being opened on the side. But that's enough. I've beaten that horse. It's dead. Let's move on. Flavor-wise, it is much better than the other main meal. It is much, much better than the lentil stew. The tomatoes and whatever they put in there bring this really smoky, sweet, wonderful flavor to it. It's just good. Let's try a little more of it. I know it is shelf stable, and I can taste a little bit of those chemicals in it, but heated like it is, the shelf stableness gets a little bit more covered. So yeah, I recommend in either one of these cases with these, both of these main meals, that you do try to find a way to heat them. They will taste much better because they both are shelf stable, and without that you really are going to taste those chemicals, which kind of surprises me that the one thing this MRE didn't include was a way to heat these. They included matches, which is weird, but if you haven't got a way to heat them, what good are matches? Regardless, maybe you can start a fire. Oh wait, isn't that why you're getting these in the first place? Never mind. But let's try this with a little bit of these additives in it. No, not the fresh nap, but this in it. And you know, I was going to put the Tabasco sauce in it too, but realistically speaking, nobody's going to have Tabasco sauce, but they will have those because they are in the MRE, so we're not going to use the Tabasco sauce. Right. I actually dumped the rest of the spices in it, the salt, the pepper, and the crushed red peppers. So we'll mix this up and see how it tastes. Okay, it's all nice and mixed up, and now I'm going to give it a go. Look at that. That looks good. It smells good. It's not bad. The red peppers did give it a little heat that it didn't have before. That's not an unpleasant thing. That's good. The salt, the pepper really didn't add much. It's all right. Let's try it with a little bit of this on it, like we did the last one. A little bit of one of these crackers. That's really good. That would make a nice dinner. I'd like that. That's good. Okay, so if you're not up for crazy stuff, you might want to skip ahead a little bit. But I'm going to try putting a little bit of jam in these guys and see if it makes a difference. Here's a little bit of jam. Put it right on in there. Go on, get in there, you. Now I'm going to mix it up and see if it makes a difference in the taste. So you can see that little bit of a bite with the jam in it. Oh, wow. Holy macaroni. That's good. The smokiness and the sweetness of the jam. Yeah, that goes. That works. Okay, here's the other. And I'm going to put a little bit of jam in this one. Let's see how it is. Let's just pick it up just like it is, not even mix it. I do not know what it is. This stuff, both of these mains were very, very savory. The jam brought something new to them that was very, very interesting. I know a lot of you were standing there and you're turning green and you're going, that is so gross, but it's not. It took them from ho hum to oh yum. Definitely made a difference. Yes. I wonder if there's any peanut butter left. Oh, well, that's a no to the peanut butter. I went to get it from Ruth and she's like, no, I'm finishing that. So I'm not using the peanut butter. Oh, wait. Look at this. Shortbread cookie. Let's try that. Well, the shortbread cookie definitely did not make out in the mail. It pretty much got mangled. But let's try it. Let's crumble some of this up in here. Put the shortbread cookie in there. Let's give it a go. Where's that spoon? There it is. A little bit short. Come on, get in there, you. Look at that. some interest, but not as good as the jelly, as the jam rather. Let's try them both. What the heck? Live a little. Put them both in there. Look at that. There you go. Trying to film yourself is so hard. Come on, a little more, a little more. Look at that. No, the shortbread really doesn't help it. Doesn't hurt it, but it doesn't help it. Not the way the jam did. It's okay. And the shortbread cookie itself, which is our dessert. And I could use a little more tea. That's good tea. Let's try that. Oh, my hand's all dirty from the MRE, of course. Let's get the tea up here. Let's dip the cookie in the tea. It's good. If the tea were hot, it'd be better because it would absorb more of the cookie would have absorbed more of the tea. But tea's cold. It's only okay. So now we're down to the final review of this ration. I would say that it's an okay ration. If you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you want to take this hiking with you, it would be a fine ration to take with you. You don't have any way to really heat anything in it. And shelf-stable food actually tastes better heated. Because even when you get the stuff out of the cans, the Chef Boyardee and the Campbell's, you really want to heat that stuff before you eat it because you really can taste the shelf-stableness and even that. But yeah, this really does need to be heated to make it taste better. It's the shortage of napkins and ways to clean your hands and the directions being a little bit not good. I'd say this is a ho-hum for the rest of us. And on a scale of 1 being an Aldi's knockoff and a 10 being Mama Leone's Kitchen, I would give this a 6. It's okay. Like I said, if you're a vegetarian or you're a vegan and you're really into these strict diets, this is good for you. But the rest of us, it's only okay. There are MREs out there that are way better than this. And as for my friends who are in a situation where they need this stuff because of either flood, famine, war, or something that's come around, yeah, it'll be good for you too. It's going to have everything you need to survive. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to, well, make you happy. That's a very vague thing to say. It's not going to ring any bells. It's just going to feed you till, you know, other things happen and you can get your life back on track. The toaster pastry, though, are we trying to make people hate us? Don't put stuff like that in there. That was just gross. Okay, one more thing. I asked Ruth what she thought of what she had here, because I did give her just about everything I had. And she said that she wouldn't have rated it a 6. She'd have given it a 5.5, maybe a 5, but definitely not a 6.